Okay, question 13, as one of my neighbours celebrates a goal. I'm not sure who scored, but fun. Question 13. So, you see right angle triangles and trig. The first thing to be thinking is Pythagoras to solve the final side that's missing, so you can then do your trigonometric functions. Okay, so you see these kind of shapes, think Pythagoras. And then we're just doing basic cos. Okay? That leads up to our addition formulae. So these questions are usually linked quite close to addition formulae, sometimes with the double angle formulae, but usually the addition. Okay. But first thing we're going to do is do some Pythagoras to work out the missing side. Okay, so I'll look at this bit in here first of all. So this length here. So that is going to be part of this bigger triangle. I know the hypotenuse is root 5 and that's 1. So I'm going to do root 5 squared, take away 1 squared is equal to my x squared. So root 5 squared is just 5. 5 take away 1, I'm getting ahead of myself there. 5 take away 1 is x squared. So 4 is x squared. So x is 2. Fantastic. And then just double check it. 2 squared is 4, plus 1 squared is 5. Yes, that looks good to me. Nice one, so we've got 2 in there. And actually this one here, I don't even need to do it, because now I know that this length, this full length, is going to be 3, isn't it? Because I already know that's 2. So this full length, I'll maybe just, you know what, I think I might just redraw that triangle, just so I don't get confuzzled. That should be a 3 in there, and a 1, and q and root 10. And you know what, I'll just double check that makes sense. 3 squared is 9, plus the 1 squared is 10. And that would be equal to the root 10 squared, which would be 10. Okay, so that's all good. So, cos p is just a over h. So, where's my p? There's p there. There's the adjacent, there's the hypotenuse. So that's 2 over root 5. In fact, I might make some more space actually. Yep, I'll do it over here. I'll run out of space quite quick there. So, a1, so cos p is a over h, which is 2 over root 5, so that's nice and easy. And for part 2, cos q is equal to a over h again, so there's my q, there's the adjacent, there's the hypotenuse, because hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle, so 3 over root 10, fantastic. So that's me got 2 marks for, I would say, not a huge amount of work, but a Pythagoras, a little bit of trick, brilliant. And then the next 3 marks, determine this. Okay, so we need to use our expansion formula. So the first thing I would do is just write it out nice and easy. So I'm using the plus, so it's going to be a plus b. So it's going to be sine p cos q, and then we have the plus. Note here, the plus equals plus, negative equals negative, whereas over here it's flipped round. A plus would give you a negative, negative give you a plus. So sine cos, and then it's going to be cos and sine, and back to a, so it's p and q. So just whatever works for you, how you write it out, but make sure, don't make a mistake. Okay, you're given it, do that. And then we're going to substitute in. I think I'll substitute in these two first of all. So I know cos q is 3 over root 10, so they already gave me that one. And I know cos p is 2 over root 5, I've got that one. So I just need to work out sine p and sine q. So there's p, so sine's opposite over hypotenuse, so that's 1 over root 5. So times, and sine of q, so that's the opposite over hypotenuse, so that's 1 over root 10. Now, wee clue, you've done it right here, means you've got the same denominator, so this is looking good. You'll both give me root 50, so just watch out for that. So that's root 50 plus 2 over root 50. So all in then, I've got 5 over root 50, and now it's really just a third question to try and simplify it. Loads of different ways to simplify it, but when you see a root, especially because you got 5 up there, you should be thinking about trying to get your square numbers in there as best you can. Okay, so root 4 is 2, root 9 is 3, stuff like that. I'm going to go with root 25 and root 2, because root 25 gives me 5, and then they're going to cancel out to give me 1 over root 2. And so let me just check the marking scheme. So right away you're getting a mark for this, you're getting a mark for your substitution, and this is only worth 1 mark actually. Okay, so again, with all these things, if you take your time and show you're working, you're getting a mark for not a lot, really. I mean, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, for not a lot of working. This arguably is probably the trickiest bit, kind of cancelling your surds out. Maybe you would have, done root 10, root 5, and then you'd root 5, root 2, root 5, and all this kind of stuff. So, maybe it would have been a bit tricky for you. You want to simplify it. Point is, though, you can still definitely get 2 marks here and 2 marks here with not a lot of thinking. So, you see a right angle triangle, do your Pythagoras, and remember your double angle formulae and your addition formulae as well.